Wow, what a way to kick off the show here. Bring Me the Horizon. They're remixing their 20-year-old album, Count Your Blessings. It came out in 2006. That's the first single off of it, Black and Blue, as my pick of the day. It was sent out to us, but they sent out the explicit version. They didn't bother to do a radio edit. Probably because no other radio station was going to dare even play the radio edit if there even was one, but I went ahead and edited it myself, and of course played it for you just now because we're KBEAR and we're different. And you know what? It's Friday. I'm excited for the weekend only because I don't have to work on a Saturday like I've had to for the last 4 weekends. Last weekend it was the farmer's market and prom. Before that it was the gun shop, but then before that it was something else that I'm completely forgetting about. But tomorrow I'm waking up, going to the gym, playing basketball, and then after that, nothing. If you want to get a hold of me right now, you can over at 208-535-1015. I mean, during this show, this entire afternoon, I will be in here. Starting on Monday, well, I figured I might as well make the big announcement here at the start of the show because Monday, things are going to be different. I've been working behind the scenes on a bunch of changes, and I'm still going to continue to do that, and I feel like it's never going to stop, but I figured I might as well say this now, because Monday, like I mentioned, things are going to be way different. I'm going to be doing afternoons on Z103, in addition to doing the show here. I'm not going anywhere, I'm not changing stations, I'm just doing another show on a completely different format, and the studio is literally right behind me every single workday. So from 2 to 7, you'll be able to hear me here, and I won't be necessarily live, but I will be live over there as my real name, Brenden Peach. Afternoons with Brenden Peach on Z103, Peach's Pit Party over here. Completely different music. It's going to be a weird change. Of course, I'm going to continue to be myself. Like, I'm not going to all of a sudden be like, hey guys, welcome to Z103. I'm Brenden Peach. No, none of that. None of that crap. We're doing things my way, as Frank Sinatra would say. I figured I would just put out that big announcement now, so that way you knew about it. I am the program director for Z103. Victor is now the program director for KBEAR 101. And so I'm in charge of all the promotions over there, all of that stuff. I've been teaming up with Maddie from down the hall. She has been helping me out with the Gen Z lingo, trying to update the Z103 imagers, trying to update that station, trying to get it on topic, and trying to overall revamp the station. Of course, the music's going to stay the same over there, but the what's it called? I mean, I'll be updating the music from here on out too, with the hottest tracks of today, all of that stuff. We talked about this on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem as well. So if you're just now tuning in for the first time, yeah, I'm now the program director of Z103, and I'm going to be doing afternoons over there in addition to afternoons here. Anyway, Peach's Pit Party will be back here in just a few on this Friday. It's KBEAR 101. So IMDb, they have all different kinds of ratings for all different kinds of movies. Obviously, it's the Internet Movie Database. That's what IMDb stands for. Well, for some reason, I don't know why the Radio Prep decided to put out their list of IMDb's official list of the top 10 movies over the past 25 years based on official IMDb ratings. I haven't seen 3 out of the top 5. Because, well, one's The Dark Knight. That's a fantastic movie. Love that film. I highly recommend it. I mean, most people have already seen it, so it came out in 2008. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King at number 2, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring at number 3, and Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers at 4. I haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings films, nor do I plan on doing so. It's just not my thing. I'm not into it. I'm not into fantasy. I was never into Game of Thrones. The only sci-fi that I really like is Star Wars. Star Trek is too cringe for me. I just can't do the fantasy or the sci-fi stuff. I just can't. Most of it I can't. Superhero movies, out the window. Never been a big fan of those either. Inception's at number 5, by the way, on this list. And that movie, I hate to say it, it's too complex for no reason at all. Like, why make such a difficult movie? I don't know. There was at one point, we were talking about this on the Noon Hour of Madness and Mayhem with Josh Tyler of Classic 97, and he was trying to say, like, oh, it has to be that way, or like, it's good for that reason. Like, no, it's not. Like, it's like reading Shakespeare. Nobody likes to read Shakespeare. Every single wannabe film student likes movies like Inception, those weird films that nobody really wants to watch unless they're like high off their mind kind of thing. Like, when I was in film class, we had to watch this movie called The Tree of Life with Brad Pitt. One of the worst pieces of crap I have ever seen. Interstellar, by the way, is at number 6 on this list, and I've been needing to watch that one, even though I know it's a long film and I know it's a sad film. Oh, Interstellar, I gotta watch that. Maybe I'll watch that this weekend. I mean, there's a lot of great horror movies in the theater right now, and I know coming up in literally 2 weeks, the new Johnny Knoxville and Crew movie is going to be out too. So I might be spending a lot of time in the theater in the next couple of weeks. I'm excited for it. Here's Dayseeker, Crawl Back to My Coffin on KBEAR 101. So this TikTok creator has created or sparked a fun conversation by listing things he believes simply aren't working anymore that society chooses to ignore. Among the biggest offenders, you got paper straws that dissolve halfway through your drink. They absolutely suck. The texture of it is terrible. Automatic sinks that never seem to recognize your hands, especially the soap dispensers. They're awful. And what's even worse are the hand dryers. Those, I believe they're Dyson. I'm not exactly sure, but the ones that are like extreme, that you put your hands in between the two walls there. You put your hand, and then they just dry them off on both sides and fling water everywhere. Weren't those proven to actually make things worse than just drying your hands off with a paper towel? They also went on to say in this whole thing, heated car seats that make your butt sweat. I'm jealous of people who have the heated car seats, especially in the wintertime. I would love to have that. I got the most basic model of my car. We got it at a great price, but there's like no amenities to it. There's no heated seats. There's no Sirius XM. There's no sunroof. There's no leather seats. Like, there's nothing. It's just the most basic model of my car. Luckily, I haven't seen these in a while. QR code only menus. Again, we're talking about this TikTok creator talking about things that he believes simply aren't working anymore that society chooses to ignore. Well, the comments further went on to add self-checkout machines that constantly need assistance, microwaves that heat the bowl but not the food inside, motion sensors on toilets, overly complicated coffee cup lids. We could just list off every annoying thing ever. Subscriptions for everything, having to buy or rent movies for a streaming service you already pay for, and many more. People have strong opinions, obviously, and yet we'll just simply choose to continue to ignore them. You know what? Soccer, to me, is just one of the most unwatchable sports out there. Right next to golf. I just can't do it. Soccer is one of the worst sports. Okay, I'm sorry to say that. I know there are people that are excited for the World Cup, and for me, I'm so glad I don't have sports channels trying to force the World Cup down my throat here. But I did see this story. This mom tried to buy World Cup tickets for her family, ended up looking at prices that would make a mortgage lender nervous. People wonder why I can't get into the sport. I already struggle with the concept of watching a game for 2 hours so we can end in a 0-0 tie. Now you're telling me people are spending thousands of dollars for the privilege. No, thank you. The World Cup is always the same. The fans are passionate. The atmosphere, of course, is incredible. The ticket costs approximately one kidney. And then when you finally get there, you spend some guy spends 90 straight minutes pretending he got hit by a truck because another player brushed his shoulder. Soccer fans are going to be mad at me for saying this. That's okay. You'll have plenty of time to write angry emails during all that scoring, you know? This mom tried to buy the World Cup tickets for her son. ended up with an $8,000 parking pass. She used StubHub to buy the tickets for the Brazil versus Morocco match at New Jersey's MetLife Stadium this Saturday. The 2 seats, which she bought last year as a Christmas gift for her son, cost $772 plus insurance. But after checking out, she was stunned to see another $8,100 charge. Somehow she had mistakenly purchased a parking pass that cost her thousands extra. She said that she called StubHub to request a refund within seconds, maybe a minute of making the purchase. StubHub initially denied her request, but after NBC New York reached out to the company, they reversed course and processed her refund. How do you mess that up? And also, how do you have the money to spend $8,000? You're like, you know what? That's a lot, but I'll go through with it. I would see that number and laugh and then immediately close the screen. I would also laugh at the fact that someone's trying to buy World Cup tickets as well. Here's The Who with Johnny Hawkins of Nothing More, Lost Soul. Well, I already talked about that one lady who spent $8,000 on a parking pass for the World Cup. Here's other World Cup news. Superstitious Canadian soccer fans already have a bad feeling when Team Canada opens up against Bosnia-Herzegovina. I don't know how do you say that second part. Bosnia-Herzegovina today in World Cup action. That's because Drake helped produce tracksuits being worn by Canada's players, thus igniting the Drake curse. Teams or players the rapper has aligned himself with have tended to have bad things happen to them over the past few years. That list includes the University of Kentucky's men's basketball team, Serena Williams, Conor McGregor, and the University of Alabama's college football team. Oh, and it also includes the last World Cup he hung out with the Canadian team right before the 2022 tournament, and they went on to lose all 3 of their matches. Speaking of Serena Williams, her comeback has been cut short, but not because of her. Williams' double partner Victoria Mboko was forced to withdraw from the HSBC Championships in London with a knee injury she sustained during her singles match on Wednesday. Williams will play at next week's Berlin Open, but says she hasn't decided on her playing future beyond that. In college football news, the court ruling that allowed Texas Tech quarterback Brenden Sorsby to play next season after being declared ineligible by the NCAA for wagering on college sports, including his own team, has some coaches thinking out of the box. One Big 12 coach who wouldn't allow his name to be used told ESPN, if this is the precedent, then I owe it to my players to bring in people from Las Vegas to teach us how to gamble. Then collectively, we need to decide which games we will play hard in to cover the spread and which ones we won't. I'm supposed to do what's best for my players, and in that case, they would be able to make a lot of money betting on our games. Oh, yikes. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on KBEAR 101. Obviously, we love to give away concert tickets around here. Sometimes even for shows that don't necessarily make sense for us to give away tickets to, like what's coming to the Shoshone-Bannock Casino Hotel on June 20th. You ready for this? We're giving away tickets to Brothers Osborne. Yeah, the country band. I mean, I do like some of their songs. Don't get me wrong. But if you know someone who likes country, or if you secretly do, I should have had the liners sheet pulled up here in order for me to talk about it. The details of the giveaway, I should say. Where's it at? Come on. Tickets are on sale now at showbandgaming.com if you want to buy them. But if you want to save some dough, you can listen for the cue to call all week next week for your chance to easily win them on air. You can also sign up in any of our apps for your chance to win tickets via the drawing, so get on that. I guess you just got to listen for the cue to call, be caller, whatever we say, and be that caller to win tickets to go see Brothers Osborne live at the Shoshone-Bannock Casino Hotel in Fort Hall, Saturday, June 20th. Here's Dogstar, all in now on Peach's Pit Party. I love how the most random questions get asked in Ask Reddit. This one popped up on my feed right as I logged into the site. What to do if you accidentally send a nude to the wrong person? And I love how people are actually taking this question seriously. There was a question yesterday that I'm completely forgetting what exactly it was, but there was a lot of people just putting joking answers in the comments section. This one's like, hey, you apologize and ask them to delete it. Not much else after that. Well, there's one jokester here, throwing your phone into a river, moving to a completely different country, and starting a brand new life. All the rest just say, hey, apologize, make light of it, move on. Hey, you like what you see? Speak up, kind of thing. What? Should I ask this for the peach throne? What to do if you accidentally send a nude to the wrong person? Yeah, that would totally fly. You know what's funny about living in East Idaho? Every summer, about half of your friends suddenly become beach people. Not because we have a beach, because we have vacation photos. For 1 week a year, they're posting pictures from California, Oregon, Florida, Mexico, wherever they escaped to, and you're like, how did you get all this money for those vacations? The rest of us are sitting here looking at the Snake River thinking that's close enough, you know? That's why I love this no beach bash we're doing with Juicity Vapor. You don't actually need an ocean to have a good summer. You need a cooler full of drinks, a couple lawn chairs, a speaker, some sunglasses, maybe a wagon to haul all of that stuff around, and somebody who's willing to get blasted with a water gun. Suddenly you're having a pretty great day, right? Whether you're headed to the lake, camping, floating the river, hanging out in the backyard, or taking a road trip, this prize package is basically a summer starter kit. So, what we're doing is this no beach bash with Juicity Vapor. Keep listening weekday mornings at 7:05. Victor will reveal the Juicity Vapor flavor of the day. Then when you hear that fruit-themed song later that day, be caller 10, and you'll score an entry into the grand prize drawing. And if you're thinking, man, I need all the help I can get, come see me at Juicity Vapor in Idaho Falls on June 19th from 3 to 5. Just showing up gets you 5 bonus entries. Because if East Idaho won't give us a beach, we're just going to build our own summer anyway, you know? Juicity Vapor, Friday, June 19th, a week from today. I'll be there from 3 to 5, broadcasting live. Here's Greta Van Fleet with their latest track, Play Your Games, on Peach's Pit Party. I find this utterly hilarious. What if you could see a leaderboard of the coworkers who stress you out the most? This tech worker has cobbled together a project that examines just that, leaning on heart rate data from his Whoop health tracking wearable. Yeah, this tech worker wrote in posts on LinkedIn and Twitter that he connected his Whoop wristband to his work calendar, pulled per minute heart rate data, and matched spikes to meetings and attendees. In the posts, he says he now has a leaderboard and he thinks about it daily. I mean, could you imagine in the break room here? There was a leaderboard of everybody's most stressful coworkers. I don't know where I would rank on most other people's lists. I feel like Victor would have me pretty high, and that's it. Jade would have me like 4th or 5th. Jade and Victor would be my top 2. Everyone else would be way down low. I just thought this was funny. I think this is great. You know, we should have leaderboards for stuff like this. Hey, you stress me out. Leave me alone. That kind of thing. All right, this seems pretty interesting considering I've been trying my best to explore healthy recipes in the kitchen as of late. Or who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I've been having the same stuff. That's the issue, is that once I eat something that I know is going to work, I'm going to keep it there until I'm sick of it and then get hooked onto something else. For some reason, that's just how I am. I started to have hard-boiled eggs multiple times a day. I have carrots or cucumbers with hummus. I have my yogurt in the morning with blueberries, a banana, protein shake, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not really making much. I'm just kind of gathering stuff from the fridge and shoving it into a lunch pail and then bringing it to work with me. Sometimes I'll get extra fancy and make a cucumber, tomato, mozzarella salad, which was, I was thinking about making that tonight. With some sort of protein, maybe like shrimp or something. I don't know. But I saw this question pop up. What food gets way too much love for how mediocre it is? The first answer I have never touched, truffle oil. This person says it's basically just synthetic chemical flavoring that ruins everything it touches. I've heard truffle's pretty gross overall. The only truffle I have had are the Lindor truffles, the chocolate balls. I haven't had any candy, chocolate, anything like that for the past month, which is utterly absurd. I can't believe I'm going this far with this diet, man. I don't know if it really gets a lot of love, but caviar is very expensive and, like, just fine. I don't think it's bad, but how someone could justify $100 for a small tin of it, I will never understand. Again, we're talking about what food gets way too much love for how mediocre it is. Dubai chocolate. That was like the craze for the longest time, wasn't it? I never had it. Didn't really seem all that appealing to me. Anything with lavender, by the time there's enough to actually taste, it's too much. Okay. The kebab meals that are made from a frozen mass with a standard spice mix. Okay. We're just... What give me some other good... Overnight oats. I get that it's slightly more convenient, but it's just cold, mushy sadness in a jar. That's just overall oatmeal. Oatmeal is not good to look at. It's just oats with either milk or water. Maybe you'll throw some peanut butter in there, or honey, or cinnamon, or maybe some diced up fruit. But that's about it. When you eat healthy, especially when you eat something like oatmeal, it's not attractive. It's not a good thing. Like I'm eating sardines as a snack because they're high in protein and everything. And you would have thought I started World War III in the studio yesterday. I can't escape Florida today. Both stories that were sent to me both involve a Florida man. This one's a little bit more crazier than the other one. A man allegedly broke into a convenience store in the most cartoonish way possible. Yeah, he came in through the ceiling. This man dropped into the store through a vent late at night, setting off alarms, helping himself to lottery tickets, cigarettes, alcohol, and for some reasons, known only to him, bologna and cheese. That's my favorite part of this whole thing. Lottery tickets, cigarettes, alcohol, that makes sense. Lunch meat and cheese, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. Maybe I should go for a late night snack. I just fell through the ceiling. I need to heal up with some bologna and cheese. Did the cops end up finding him? Oh, instead of running away from the scene, he stopped nearby to scratch off the lottery tickets, and that's when cops found him and placed him under arrest. Police say he faces charges including burglary and criminal mischief. No kidding. And even joked that trying to cash in stolen lottery tickets close to the scene didn't exactly improve his odds of getting away. Well, that is today's What the Headline right here on KBEAR 101. Great, just the news that I needed to read. As a user of a GLP-1 weight loss drug, the users of GLP-1s are complaining that after dropping major pounds, they're left with ears that look floppy and loose. Just what I need to worry about, looking even more stupid, like Dumbo the elephant. A lot like the extra skin left behind in the belly area, these ears are just floppy and loose. This board-certified plastic surgeon said he's seen an uptick in ear restoration procedures following the use of GLP-1 drugs. A lot of people don't think about the long-term effects of Ozempic. I think they're just calling every GLP-1 Ozempic now. He said following rapid weight loss, the ears tend to lose fullness and get longer at the lobes, basically speeding up the aging process. Well, great! Options include invasive surgery, which can cost up to $9,000, or filler, which costs about $850. Both prices are incredibly high and way above my pay grade, that's for sure. So great. Here's Linkin Park, Heavy as the Crown, on KBEAR 101. Alrighty, it's Peach's Pit Party, and if you didn't hear me at the start of the show, things are going to be a little bit different on Monday, and it's going to take some getting used to. I've been working on this stuff for the past 2 weeks now. And starting on Monday, I'm going to be doing another afternoon show. I'll still be the host of Peach's Pit Party right here on KBEAR 101. I'll be in the next studio over, though, I think live on Z103 in the afternoons as well. As my real name, Brenden Peach. I really hate the whole radio thing where you need to have a nickname or you need to have a stage name. Luckily, my name is real. I'm never going to go by anything else other than my actual name. I mean, Peaches is just it's a stupid nickname that I've been stuck with ever since I was a kid because my last name is Peach. So yeah, there's that. But other than that, I'm not going to change my name completely to something different like what some people do around here. Victor or Justin from 105 The Hawk. It's very weird when people call Victor by his real name. Just hearing them say that. And then some think they can just call him by his real name just because they want to have that exclusivity with him. But there are people who have known him their entire lives as his real name. And it's still kind of weird to me to hear that name because that name just doesn't fit him after hearing his radio name for so long. But anyway, yeah, I'm the program director now of Z103. So I'll be doing afternoons here, just kind of doing the on-air stuff. But over there on Z, I'll be taking care of the promotions, all of that. I'm in charge of all that stuff over there, literally right behind me. So I'll be spending most of my time in that studio. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that just in case you tried calling me Monday afternoon and I don't answer. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, aka Brenden Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.